Hello there. Welcome to Paula's Pantry Post. Okay, so here's what we're going to talk about today. I have yet another way for us to be able to describe ourselves and our generation. You see, first of all, my kids call me boomer. I am not a boomer. We all know that the baby boomers are those that are my parents' age, that were born after the Second World War. So, but right now we've all been calling people, millennial and Gen X and boomers or whatnot. So I have a new way for us to describe when we were born, and that is by the way we listen to music. So as a kid, I still remember 8-tracks, but there are some of you out there that you were like 8-track collectors, and we had an 8-track cassette player in my dad's car. And when our home was first built in the 70s, we had an 8-track like stereo system in our house. Then we moved up to records. Then we went to 45s, which were the smaller records. Those were pretty cool and amazing when we went to 45s. Then we went to cassette tapes, right? Then we went to CDs, right? And for cassette tapes, we could listen to them in our Walkman. And then we went to CDs, which we could listen to on our CD player. And then we went to iPods, where we could listen to our music on iPod. And then we got bigger iPods. And now we're at Spotify. Now, I know there's some of you out there that are like, what about reel-to-reel? Okay, nobody carried around a reel-to-reel player necessarily. Some of you may have listened to music on reel-to-reel. But, so, where do you find yourself in that? Are you strictly the Spotify generation? Are you maybe the iPod generation? Because that's how old you were when you started listening to music. You were listening to it on iPods. Records are a little bit tricky because it seems that every generation has pulled that one back in. So you might not be the record generation unless you're the 45 record generation. That you could be. You might be the 8-track generation. I'm more of the cassette tape generation. I remember saving up for my first Walkman. So I think rather than calling me boomer, and if you call me boomer, you're going to get a boomer in the face. But instead of calling me boomer, I want to be the double cassette ghetto blaster generation. That's what I want to be. So figure it out. But regardless of how you listen to the music, like what you listen to it on, go find some music to listen to. Believe me, if you just go play some music, regardless of which decade it's from, you're going to feel a whole lot better. Maybe even dance. We'll talk to you soon. Keep drinking your coffee.